لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وإمام المتقين وعلى آله وأصحابه الطيبين الطاهرين ما دام ما في السماوات والأرضين. ربنا يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح يا عليم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ I'm so okay. Thank and we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for affording us an opportunity to engage with His book, Jalla wa Ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us. We are halfway through the classes for the morning, and when we reach halfway, it's another opportunity. First, at the beginning, we correct our intention and we do things for the sake of Allah. And then halfway again, we just do some introspection again. Why am I here? I have come only for the sake of Allah. I have come here to learn Quran so that I may live Quran, inshallah, and make it. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it such that we are able to live Quran. Say Ameen. I'm reminded of a hadith, even though I don't want to use this period to speak about anything else besides Quran. But I think about the hadith. You know the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said, for those who tread a path of knowledge, what happens? The wings. What happened with the malaika? They spread their wings under the feet of that person, or beneath the feet of the person, whatever you want to call it, right? But now, the parent of the hadith, what do they say? It's as if we are so honored because the malaika spread their wings beneath our feet. Everybody with me? You know, we're honored. It's like a red, forget about the red carpet. We had the Oscars now the other day. Imagine we have the malaika, the wings of the malaika under us. But Maulana Zakaria Kandahlawi, he says, you know what, there's a different explanation to this hadith also. He says, it's not because we are so honored that the malaika, or we are honored because the malaika put their wings their wings under our feet, but rather we have such a status by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the malaika just want to be connected to us in some way or the other. Think about it. We are so honored and so, for lack of a better term, esteemed in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the malaika, because they know this virtue, they just want a piece of us, just to be close to us. So we pray and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it such that we realize our status of those who tread their path of knowledge. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us humble and make it such that our entire lives is such that we're treading a path of knowledge till our last days, inshallah. We start from the beginning, inshallah, then we continue till where we memorized last week, or where we went over last week, and then we continue with a new piece, inshallah. So everybody together, 1, 2, 3, from A'udhu, right? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. تضيع؟ تضيع؟ Hey? Oh, it's up. No, didn't we do one more verse? No. Okay, Jamil. Shukran, Sayyidi. Okay, so we're all familiar with Alladhi Khalaqa, right? So those words that we know already, we're not going to read them in isolation. We're going to join them to one, either the word before or the word that's going to come afterwards. Everybody with me, right? So, Alladhi Khalaqa, Alladhi Khalaqa, Alladhi Khalaqa. Inside, 3 times. Again. Outside. Again. Oh, just a reminder, the one uncle actually asked me last week, when I'm speaking about outside, I mean not outside the window, right? Outside the mushaf, just look up. Outside the, when I say inside, I mean look at what you are memorizing. Outside, right? He's a good uncle, mashallah. Sometimes I think about these people and Allah sent him and they ask questions, but then everybody benefits. And then it might seem like you're looking outside, just looking outside, but every time you're looking outside, that uncle's getting the reward. Allah. Imagine we're doing nothing, what an investment. Sab'a. Again. Remember it's a qalqala, not a fatha. So sab, not sab'a, or sab'a, right? جميل. الذي خلق سبعة. So people have a tendency of saying over here خلق السبعة. Right, so make sure that you're reciting, or you apply emphasis on the kha and the seen by khalaqa and seen by sab'a, then you won't have that problem, inshallah. Right? So recite it. الذي خلق سبعة. Bismillah. الذي خلق سبعة. جميل. One more time outside. الذي خلق سبعة سماوات. Bismillah. سماوات. Again. سماوات. One more time. سماوات. الذي خلق سبع سماوات. بسم الله. الذي خلق سبع سماوات. One more time. الذي خلق سبع سماوات. Outside, one more time. الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا. Even said ta, right? So طباقا. One more time. Nice. الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا. الذي خلق سبع سماوات. Be careful with that ti. That's not ti. Ti, right? Again, one more time. الذي خلق سبع سماوات. The qa over there, when we're stopping, right? Just make sure that we're not stopping coming directly to a wall. Tibaqa. No, don't do that, right? Because if you do that, you're adding a hamza. Tibaqa. That's hamza at the end. So how do we stop in mid-a? Tibaqa. Right? Bismillah. Alladhi. الذي خلق سبع سماوات. Nice. ما ترى. ما ترى. Outside twice. ما ترى. Again. ما ترى. في خلق الرحمن. في خلق الرحمن. One more time. في خلق الرحمن. جميل. Outside 3 times. في خلق الرحمن. Again. في خلق الرحمن. That ra over there, make sure you're pressing it right, the qaf into the ra. في خلق الرحمن. في خلق الرحمن. Nice. ما ترى في خلق الرحمن. ما ترى في خلق الرحمن. The qaf over there, even though normally when we're reciting a qaf with a fatha, we recite a qa, alright? A qaf with a kasra is also full mouth. When I say also full mouth, I mean even though it's empty mouth, it will still be full. Because the letter is such a full letter, even if you try to make it empty, it will still be full. Everybody with me? So even if you're saying qi, you don't have to go qi to make it full, no. Qi. Say it empty, but it will still have that fullness, right? ما ترى في خلق الرحمن. ما ترى في خلق الرحمن. Again. ما ترى في خلق الرحمن. There's some people that smile when you do the bit of the tajweed and the reading again. The important thing is to know that it's a journey. A reminder again, it's a journey. If you're sitting over here and you can't get that qi properly, it's fine. As long as you're always practicing, inshallah it will come right. Don't stress for now. If it doesn't come right now, it's fine, no problem. That's why there's YouTube. It's one of the reasons, I think. Alright? ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت من تفاوت Nice. ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت Nice. One more time, outside. ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت Nice. فارجع البصر Remember, not ill, no? فارجع البصر Some of the ladies that are sitting are saying ill, right? فارجع inside the mouth, right? Not outside the mouth. فارجع Nice, mashallah. The one that was saying it like that, she stopped saying it. I'm joking. You said it right, mashallah. Say it one more time. Nice. Remember that sword over there, right? Just the mind sometimes does this is because the sword is full mouth. So we read the ba. We already preparing ourselves by the ba. Right? So what do we say? What do we say? Basara. Don't say basara. Basara. Right? Bismillah. Farji'il. One more time. Farji'il basara. هل ترى I'm reading right هل ترى So there's another tara. You know what the mind has to be doing right? Is before that it was ma tara and this is hal tara. All of these things has to be playing on the mind as we are memorizing, as we are learning, right? فارجع البصر هل ترى Again Not how, hell. Again, one more time. من فطور من فطور Remember that ra is a full mouth ra, right? So say it full. Min futur. Somebody asked in the previous class about why do we say min and khasi'an wa huwa, right? But basically after a noon sakin or a tanween, a noon sakin and noon with a sukoon, any of the letters of the Arabic alphabet that's going to come after a noon sakin and tanween is basically going to enact the rule. Right? So what we are doing is we're not doing theoretical rules. We're not doing the science of tajweed and ikhfa, idhar, whatever, right? Otherwise we could have did that. But what we are doing is the application of tajweed. Even though you might not understand why, but if your tongue is used to doing that, and then it will just become a natural thing. Everybody with me? Right? And the application is more important than the theory. I shouldn't have said that on YouTube, but yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim from the beginning. الذي خلق سبع سماوات like this, right? سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور بسم الله Inside first, right? الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور One more time, outside. الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من Tafawut. Now this word over here, the next word, because we already read it by farji'il basara. Can everybody say that farji'il basara in the verse that we were busy with, right? So the next verse is going to start thumma rji'il basara. It's just basically presented in a different way, right? But the same word. thumma rji'il basara. Again, outside. Oh, inside, yeah. Again. Outside, twice. Make it a point to pull the gunna slightly longer so that we become used to it. Bismillah. Karrataini. Again. One more time. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين. Again. ينقلب. There's a qalqala there, right? ينقلب. 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 ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب. إليك البصر. إليك البصر. Again. إليك البصر. Again. إليك البصر. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر. One more time. Outside. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا. 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 Outside twice. خاسئا. Again. خاسئا. جميل. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا. That was supposed to be inside, right? First inside, then outside. Remember, we can't build on that which we can't picture, right? ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. Baik, Masya Allah. Now outside, Bismillah. ثم Okay, take me till the end, no problem. One more time. You see, the picture is very important. So I know you're excited to look outside, but just a reminder, you must look inside to create that picture. It reminds me of someone, like sometimes people see you in the way, because now obviously this is a novelty. Like I'm not here too long, so obviously the face is new. So then sometimes people see you Mizan. And I say, no, Abdullah. He said, no, oh, you buy Mizan. I say, oh, that's a different question. Alright? So the same thing, why? Because the faces become familiar now. Hey, I saw you somewhere. Mizan, maybe you're not wearing an imama, or whatever the case may be, right? So they see you, they say Mizan. Why? Because the face is connected to Mizan. So the same thing, if you want to build on that, you have to look inside, do the concentration thing, and then even if after one of us you take a break, a breather, because the concentration is too much, then you go back into it. Everybody with me? Everybody with me? Right? Okay. Just a rule before we conclude, I think. No time in this one. Okay, we still have quite a bit of time, right? Number one, before we do that rule, the noon sakin and tanween, right? Tanween written out is basically, it looks like that. Everybody with me? Everybody with me? Right? So, if any of the letters of the Arabic alphabet comes after this, whether it is a fa, a qaf, a kaf, doesn't matter, then a rule will take place. However, there are categories of letters in Arabic. For example, we have the category of the letters of the throat, right? Who can tell me what the letters of the throat are? Hamza, ha, ayn, ha, ghain, kha, huruf, khalqi, right? The letters of the throat. So, after a noon sakin or tanween, if one of the letters of the throat says, say for example, a ghain comes, right? Alright? If a ghain comes after a noon sakin, then no gunna will take place. Then this over here, a rule will take place, and what is the rule going to be? Izhar. What? Izhar will take place. Everybody with me? Everybody understand the concept? I don't want to go into the rules. I just want to explain to you that after a noon sakin or tanween, if any of the letters of the Arabic alphabet appears, a different rule will take place. Now, some of those letters are they are categorized in or rather they are grouped, right, in different groups. So if one of those letters of that particular group comes after a noon sakin, then that rule is going to take place. The rule of idhar, for example, in the letters of the throat. Everybody understand? Okay. What I just wanted to explain over here was, can everybody see the numbering? Let me just circle them again. Can everybody see the numbers? Right, we're going to start from number 1. Everybody see number 1? Number 1. That's better. Okay, basically, if you look at number 1, just to give some context and some picture to what we sometimes speak when you speak about the ra, right? So basically, the ra, if there is a or a u, or a fatha or a dhamma on the ra. Everybody see that, right? And then that ra will be read full mouth. So what's full mouth? Ra, ru. Everybody with me? Makes sense? Everybody see it, right? So no matter where you find the ra, if the ra is a whether there's a tashdid or no tashdid on the ra, it doesn't matter. If the ra is a or a u, the ra will be read full mouth. Simple. I don't want to even mention. I don't want to make it difficult for people. Tafkhim and tarqib. Tafkhim full mouth, tarqiq empty mouth. Right? Everybody with me?
So even this
Karrataini. Okay, I'm not going to give the answer, right? You judge for yourself. Anti bismillah. Karrataini. That ra, I know I was supposed to be a doctor, but I ended up here. So the writing is a bit weird, but can you see that's the ra there? Alright, what's on the ra? Not the shadda. Shadda just means there's two ra's. The fatha. So if there's a fatha, it's supposed to be read full mouth. So it's basically from category number 1. Simple. Everybody understand it, right? So category number 2 is when the ra has a kasra. A kasra. A I. Right? In our terms. For some people, I see some very old people, what do they call it? Papers? Tawa, popen. There we go. Tetus, bawa, tapan. Right? So what is this one? A tapan. This is a tapan, right? I'm just saying it because the older people will know, right? So I. And if you don't know that a tapan, then you're probably a millennial. You never heard of this before, right? So basically, a ra with a I is a kasra. And wherever you find it, you're basically going to recite that ra with a empty mouth. You're not going to say Rui, you're going to say Ri. Ri, empty mouth. Alright? Yeah. Any questions? Simple. Everybody understands, right? Jamil. Okay. Now this rule over here, number 3, is slightly different. Is slightly different. This rule over here is when we find the ra sakin. The ra sakin. Many times we find the ra sakin, isn't it so? Now, how do we read those ra's? Full mouth or empty mouth? Full mouth. There we go. There we go. Right? Normally, okay, put the verse here, right? That's now the ayah. Ayah number 2. So, oh. Can everybody see that? Can you read it for me? Mustamirun. Normally we're supposed to read mustamirun, right? And there's a un on there. But because we're stopping, a temporary sukoon comes here, am I right? Alright? We say mustamir. Alright? So now that ra over there, can we see this ra as a sakin? So we can't say this ra is full or empty. It's a sakin ra. Everybody with me? So how are we going to judge this ra? We look at the letter before it, and that will have an effect on this ra. Now if you look at this meme over here, what is on it? A kasra. And what did we say? If there's a kasra, then what's going to happen? Can everybody see that? Empty mouth. Alright? Now sometimes, alhamdulillah, we find in the Quran there's a sakin, there's another sakin before it also. Is it? Another sakin before it. So sometimes we find the ra like this, with a sakin. Then there's a letter that comes before it, and it also has a sakin. Isn't it so? For example, Qadirun. But now obviously that becomes a temporary sukoon, right? Now if it's a temporary sukoon, now before it, there's a letter. Can we see the letter? Like here. That's basically the ya. And then the dal. So the ra is sakin, the ya is sakin, and then there's a dal. Alright? Now because there's a kasra on the dal, how are we going to read this ra? Empty. Everybody with me? Why are you going to read this ra empty? Because of the kasra. So you're not going to read qadir. You'll read qadir. Nice. Even if you have to smile, it's fine. Qadir. Jameel. Everybody with me? Alright? Any questions about the rules of the ra? Now obviously, just to mention, there are exceptions to the rule. Right? There are exceptions to the rule. For example, the letter the word khayr. If you're stopping on khayr, khayrun. If you're stopping on khayr, you will read it full. You will read it empty mouth, even though before it is a fatha. You won't read khayr. You will read khayr. Alright? I don't want to go into exceptions, but I'm just going to mention it to you guys now. Right? For example, mirsad. Can everybody see this? Mirsad. This ra over here, even though before it is a kasra, this ra will also be read full mouth. Now why I didn't want to go into technicalities was because in the faces start looking like that, confused. So just take it off. Alright? Everybody see that? Everybody understand the general rule of ra? 100%? No questions? No. There's more. Bismillah. Rule 4. Must I explain it again? No problem. Shukran for that, right? So basically, we find where the ra is sakin. We find where the ra is sakin. Let's go to rule 3 again. We find where the ra is sakin, right? And then what's going to have an effect on this ra is the letter before, right? And the example that we used was mustamir, right? So this meme over here, this will have an effect on the ra. So because this meme over here is a kasra, the ra is going to be read empty mouth. That's understood, right? Okay. Now this example over here is the ra is sakin, like that example. However, the letter before it is also sakin. So this letter over here before it that is sakin cannot have an effect on the ra. Everybody with me? Because what are you going to, how's the ya in our example going to have an effect? It can't have an effect, right? So before it, we're going to look at the next letter. Now this letter over here, because this letter is a haraka, we're going to look at the haraka. If the haraka is a kasra, then it will have an effect on the ra and it will make the ra empty mouth. If the haraka is a fatha or a dhamma, then it will have an effect on the ra also, and the ra will be full mouth. Everybody with me? And in this example, the same thing. If it's a kasra, the ra will be out, empty mouth. And if it's a fatha and a dhamma, it will be full mouth. 100%? Makes sense? Now just a reminder, sometimes we think it's a natural thing. We know the rule now, so now we're going to recite it correctly. That's why I always mention that when you are reciting, you must be thinking about it initially. There's a stage where we will come to, inshallah, where we're no longer thinking and the mouth is just natural, alright? However, initially we have to think about what we are doing. I must realize that I'm saying khalaqa. I'm saying khalaqa. Khalaqa al-mawta. But I have to realize that I'm not saying khalaqa, I'm supposed to be saying khalaqa. Everybody with me? So initially I have to be thinking about it. Afterwards it will become a natural thing, inshallah. Any questions if we conclude? No questions? Okay. Just practice that piece for the week, inshallah. So not only the memorization, but the tajweed that comes with it also, inshallah. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, salamun ala al-mursalin, walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.